What's up, YouTube? My name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is KennyJTV. Welcome back to my channel. We are back at it again with another insurance video. In this video, I will be talking about the 5 things that I hate about insurance. Of course, to my channel, it's always positive things about insurance, but there also is a downside. I did another videos of the pros and cons, but these are the things that I absolutely hate about insurance. And if someone were to come up to me and say, Kenny, what are a few things that you would change about insurance? These would be the top things that I would list off and say, if you can change these, this would be a perfect profession, and anyone that is not in insurance needs to get in it today. If you are not already, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell for my latest notification. The first thing that I hate about insurance is the follow-up. I've said it in videos before, you have to follow up with the prospect. The more you follow up, the more likely you are to get the client. Following up is one of my least favorite things to do. I deal with clients that say, call me back at 5 p.m. I call them at 5 p.m., they don't answer. I follow up with them in 5 days and 10 days. I hear from them a month later. I have this one client in specific. I did all of her business insurance, and it is a lot of insurance. She reached out to me for life insurance for her and her daughter. I gave her the quote. She said, yes, I want it. Reach out to me Friday. I'll go ahead and pay. We can do the application. Perfect. I reach out to her Friday. I don't hear anything. I set a reminder for about a week out. I'll reach out again. I don't hear anything. The cycle continues. About a month down the line, she reaches out. She says, hey, I'm ready to go ahead and pay. Are you available at 5? I moved some things around on my schedule. Yes, I'm available at 5. My clients are my #1 priority. Call her at 5. Nothing happens. I message her, nothing. I follow up a week later, nothing. And this cycle continues for about 3 to 4 months. I always say to myself, if you want the insurance, and you're reaching out to me, telling me a specific day, why don't you A, keep your word, or B, just communicate and say, hey Kenny, I'm not able to get the insurance right now, or can we push it back? But clients don't follow up, and then they don't communicate, and then you find yourself following up with the same people on a weekly or monthly basis, and it gets nowhere because they go from being income producing activities to something that is just truly a waste of time. If I could just talk to a client and on that first sit down, let's follow up on Friday and go ahead and get this policy started, or no, I do not want it. I go through the sales cycle and give them a rebuttal and they say no, that would be the perfect world. Either a yes or no. But if I'm following up with you 2, 3, 6, 7 months, and then at the end of that, you're saying, you know what, no, I don't want it. To be quite frank, it was a waste of time. I know that sounds a little harsh, but a lot of agents know exactly how that is. And it truly is a headache because, especially as a new agent, I remember people following up and saying, yes, I'm going to get this insurance on Friday. I'm so excited the whole week, telling my coworkers, I'm about to sell this huge policy. Just wait on Friday. Friday comes, you call them, and nothing happens. There's nothing that makes my skin crawl more than following up with people and they not communicating with the agent or following up with the agent for their insurance needs. The second thing that I hate about insurance is cancellations, policies lapsing, and chargebacks. You get chargebacks on the life insurance / health insurance side as well as the P&C side. So what a chargeback is if you wrote the policy, let's say for the auto insurance, and 3 months in, they cancel and go somewhere else, or they lapse due to non-payment, now you have to pay back part of that commission to the company. When you get that premium commission up front, it's almost like a bonus. And even for life insurance, they'll pay you 3, 6, 9, or sometimes even 12 months in advance. And if they do not keep that policy in force, you have to pay that money back. And I haven't had a lot of my clients lapse, maybe only 1 or 2 since being in business for myself. But what I've noticed is I follow up with the client to let them know their policy is about to lapse. 9 times out of 10, they know. And what they start to do is ignore your calls. They almost treat you like a bill collector. And it's like, just tell me that you're lapsing or you don't need the policy anymore and we can go ahead and handle it. But it gets down to the wire and you see that they're about to cancel. And next thing you know, your next commission check is a little lower than you expected because they're taking out the money that you owe back to them. Or if you're not getting a commission from that company that month, now you have to pay back that money to the company, which is different from a lot of sales jobs, because if you're selling products, 9 times out of 10, it's a one-time purchase. If they don't like it, they can return it. But if they do like it, like a t-shirt, there's not gonna be any chargebacks or anything like that because it's a one-time payment. But when you have that recurring payment, it is very important to stay on top of your clients and have that relationship and build that rapport, because retention is just as big as bringing new business to your book. Another thing that I truly hate about insurance is when I'm quoting a client and I have all these carriers that I can quote through and they bring me a quote and say, Kenny, can you beat this? I want you to be my insurance agent, my insurance broker. Can you please help me? I go through all of my carriers and no one can beat the quote. No one can beat the rate that they have. It makes me feel like I let the client down because they want to be in my agency, and it's not like it's only a few dollars less, it's a significant amount. It's happened to me a few times and I have to go back to the client and let them know their options, and it's never a fun conversation to have because they thought that I was going to be able to beat that rate. And if you are an independent broker, you know what that's like to shop a ton of carriers and no one is able to beat that rate. It happens more so on the captive side. When I was a captive agent, it was literally a daily thing where I was not able to beat the rates. But being that I'm independent, I have more options. But when I'm not able to beat the rate, that is something that I'm just like, what can I do? So sometimes you just have to take the loss and say, I can try again at your renewal. I can try to see if I can save you money and we'll stay in touch. Also, a side nugget is never delete their contact information. Keep that in your CRM system and try it every year, because after a while you will be able to beat that rate, or due to your consistency they may just say, you know what, I'll pay that $100 more a year because you have been so consistent and you have shown yourself to really want my business, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. Another thing that I hate about insurance kind of piggybacks off the follow-up, but for life insurance, if you're doing certain permanent life insurance policies or even certain term life insurance policies, they have to go through complete medical underwriting, which means they have to pull their prescriptions, they may have to give blood or even a urine sample, and you'll submit the application, you'll submit the money, and you're following up with the client and they're not answering the phones, they're not going to the medical exam. And as agents know, you cannot get paid until the policy is issued, and the policy cannot issue until the person does their medical underwriting. So a piece of advice I would give for that is, when you're on the phone with them, try to go ahead and schedule their medical exam if you can while you're writing the application. Therefore, it's a seamless process. You know when it is, they know what it is, and you can follow up with them, I would say a day before their actual exam, to remind them and say, hey, do you need to reschedule? Are you able to go? And you have a clear line of communication. And the top thing that I hate about insurance are the rude clients. I don't get them often. I'm so thankful for that. You get people that are rude from just the beginning. You answer the phone and they're rude. You've never talked to them a day in your life and they sometimes belittle you. They may say mean things and you're like, why? I am just trying to do my job. I'm here to help you, and they're not understanding. Or they get in a car accident and they're fussing you out because it's your fault that they got in a car accident. My piece of advice for that would be, don't take things personal. As an insurance professional, people are going to get upset. It's the name of the game, but never take it personal, because that can drain you emotionally, mentally. You have to understand that they're going through 9 times out of 10 a loss or something of that nature. So you want to just be empathetic and be there for them and explain to them all of their policies and how you can assist them in any way. And those are the top things that I hate about insurance. As I say it with a smile on my face, because insurance, I am completely in love with this profession. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. Like any profession, there are ups and there are downs. And any day of the week, I would take the ups and downs of insurance rather than any other profession in the world. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to KennyJTV. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for my latest notification. We are dropping a video every week. Yep, every week. Again, my name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is KennyJTV.